Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to be doing a deep dive on something I know a lot of you have been asking about.
Hmm.
What human foods are actually safe for your cat?
Yes.
I mean, like, we all want to give our little buddies some tasty treats every now and again.
Of course.
And a lot of times it's stuff that we're eating ourselves.
Right.
But are we doing more harm than good? You guys send over a list of human foods that you're curious about.
Yeah,
And lucky for you, we've got an expert here who can help us sort through it all.
absolutely. I'm happy to be here.
So we've got 10 different foods to cover today.
Okay.
Ranging from some familiar stuff to some really surprising stuff.
I love it.
But we're going to look at both the good and the bad so you can feel confident about what you're giving your furry friend.
Exactly.
Are you ready to jump in?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Okay, first up, meat.
Right.
I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer, cats and meat, right?
Right.
But are there any kinds of meat we should be cautious about giving to cats?
That's a really good question because you're absolutely right. Cats need meat. Right. They are what we call obligate carnivores,
Oh.
meaning that their bodies are designed to get those essential nutrients from meat.
Okay.
However, not all meat is created equal.
Oh, interesting. So what kind of meat are we talking about then? What would be the best choices?
So some excellent options are going to be things like chicken,
Okay.
beef,
Mhm.
and lamb.
Okay.
Those are easily digestible and packed with the protein that cats need to thrive.
Okay, so those are like the good guys.
Yes.
What about the bad guys? Are there any meats that are like a definite no-go for cats?
Yeah, so the ones to avoid are going to be processed meats like bacon and ham,
Okay.
and they're often loaded with sodium, which can be really tough on a cat's kidneys.
Oh, wow. I never really thought about salt being bad for cats. Like, why is that?
So their kidneys are just not designed to process high amounts of sodium.
Okay,
It puts extra strain on those kidneys and can lead to problems down the line,
gotcha.
especially as cats get older.
So just like with us, really, too much salt is never a good thing.
Exactly too much is never a good thing.
All right, so keeping those processed meats away from our cats
Right.
is key to keeping their kidneys healthy.
Absolutely.
Got it. Okay, now what about fish? I feel like every cat I've ever known has gone crazy for fish. Is that actually a good thing, or is that one of those things we should be limiting?
So it can be a good thing in moderation.
Okay.
Things like oily fish, like salmon and tuna, are really good for cats.
Okay.
They're full of omega-3 fatty acids,
Yeah?
which are great for their coat, their joints, and even heart health.
Oh, wow. So, like, if your cat's looking a little scruffy or their joints are getting stiff, like, adding some salmon to their diet could be helpful.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's good to know. But you said moderation.
Right.
Are there any risks associated with overdoing it on the fish?
Yeah. So if a cat eats too much fish, it can actually throw their whole nutrition out of whack.
Oh, okay.
And also, some fish can have high levels of mercury,
Oh, right.
which can build up over time and cause problems.
Oh, that makes sense. It's
Yeah.
like anything else, too much of a good thing can be a bad thing.
Mm.
A little bit of fish here and there can provide some great benefits, but we don't want to make it the main course.
Right.
Okay, now this next one surprised me a bit. Eggs.
Okay.
Are eggs actually safe for cats to eat?
So they are, and they're actually a great source of protein and amino acids,
Okay.
which are the building blocks for healthy muscles and tissues.
Wow, so you're saying I could theoretically make scrambled eggs for me and my cat for breakfast?
Well, almost.
Okay.
There's one really important caveat.
What's that?
Raw egg whites are a no-no for cats.
Oh, really? Why is that?
So raw egg whites contain a protein that interferes with the absorption of biotin.
Okay.
And biotin is a B vitamin that's essential for cats.
Okay, so if my cat sneaks a lick of raw cookie dough, I don't need to, like, panic.
Right.
But I shouldn't be giving them raw eggs on purpose.
Exactly.
Cooked eggs are fine, though.
Once the egg whites are cooked, that protein is deactivated,
Yeah.
and they're perfectly safe and digestible for cats. Yep.
You can scramble them, hard-boil them. The possibilities are endless.
Okay, I'm adding scrambled eggs to my cat's menu.
All right.
Okay, now this next one is a food. I know my cat goes crazy for cheese,
Okay.
but I've always been a little hesitant to give it to her.
Yeah.
Is it really okay for cats to eat cheese?
So you're right to be a little cautious.
Okay.
While cheese can be a good source of protein and calcium,
Hmm.
some cats are actually lactose intolerant.
Oh, so just like humans, cats can have trouble digesting lactose.
Exactly.
Is that a common problem?
It can be, especially as cats get older.
Okay.
So kittens are usually fine with small amounts of dairy because they still produce the enzyme lactase,
Right.
which helps break down lactose.
Hmm.
But as they mature, a lot of cats lose that ability.
That makes sense. So
And
how can we tell if our cat's one of the unlucky ones that is lactose intolerant?
so the best approach is to introduce cheese very gradually.
Yeah.
And watch for any signs of trouble.
Like what kind of trouble?
Look out for things like diarrhea gas or vomiting.
And if your cat seems fine after a little nibble,
Yeah.
then a small amount of cheese now and then is probably okay.
So cheese in moderation, and always watch for those like telltale signs of tummy troubles.
Exactly.
Got it. Okay, now for a food that I never would guess, cats could eat asparagus.
Asparagus.
Yeah, asparagus for cats. Is that really a thing?
It might sound surprising, but asparagus can actually be quite good for cats. It's a good source of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants.
But I thought cats were carnivores.
Right.
Why would they need vegetables?
So while meat is their primary food source,
Yeah.
some vegetables can provide additional nutrients
Okay.
and support their overall health.
Okay, so how do you even give a cat asparagus? Do they just munch on a stalk?
Oh.
Or is there like a specific way to prepare it for them?
You definitely don't want to give them a raw, tough stalk.
Right.
It's best to cook it lightly, either by steaming or boiling to soften it up.
Okay.
And you can even chop it into smaller pieces to make it easier for them to eat.
Okay, I never would have thought of that. And what about carrots? Are carrots safe for cats?
Carrots are another vegetable that can be beneficial for cats.
Okay.
They're packed with vitamin A,
Yeah.
which is crucial for maintaining healthy eyesight.
Oh, interesting. I've always heard that carrots are good for your eyes, but I never thought about that applying to cats, too.
It's true, just like in humans, vitamin A plays a vital role in keeping those feline peepers healthy.
Okay, I'm definitely going to try giving my cat some carrots. Do they need to be cooked or can they eat them raw?
So raw carrots can be tough and difficult for cats to digest.
Okay.
It's best to cook them lightly, either by steaming or boiling, just to make them easier on their tummy.
Got it. Cooked carrots for healthy eyes.
Exactly.
Okay, now this next one is one I've heard about before, but I've always been a little skeptical. Pumpkin.
Pumpkin.
What's the deal with pumpkin and cats?
Okay.
Is it really as beneficial as some people say?
Pumpkin is a fantastic food for cats.
Oh.
And it can be especially helpful for their digestion.
Wait, hold on. How does pumpkin help with digestion?
So pumpkin is a great source of fiber,
Yeah.
which helps things move smoothly through their digestive system.
Okay.
It can also help prevent hairballs,
Oh.
which are a common problem for cats.
Right, especially those with longer fur.
Exactly.
I never knew a pumpkin could help with hairballs.
Yeah, it's great for that.
That's fascinating. So I guess a little bit of pumpkin puree could be a good thing to add to their diet.
Exactly. Just make sure it's plain, unsweetened pumpkin puree.
Okay.
You don't want to give them anything with added sugar or spices.
Okay, noted plain pumpkin for happy digestion.
Absolutely.
Now let's move on to something a little more breakfasty.
Okay.
I love a good bowl of oatmeal in the morning, but is it safe for cats?
Oatmeal can be a healthy addition to a cat's diet.
Okay.
It's a good source of fiber and iron,
Okay.
both of which are important for their health.
But what about all the stuff that we usually put in oatmeal, like milk and sugar and fruit? Can cats have that too?
Definitely not.
Okay.
Just like with the pumpkin, you want to keep it simple.
Okay.
Cooked oatmeal.
Yeah.
With no sugar.
Got it.
Milk or additives is the way to go.
All right.
And you can even mix a little bit in with their regular food if they're picky eaters.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Plain oatmeal. Okay. Next on our list is spinach.
Spinach.
Spinach seems like a healthy food in general,
Yeah.
but is it too much for a cat's system?
So spinach is packed with iron and vitamins,
Okay.
so it can offer some benefits for cats.
But I'm guessing there's a but coming.
But spinach also contains oxalates, which can be problematic for cats with kidney issues.
So if your cat has kidney problems, spinach is a no-go.
Pretty much for cats with healthy kidneys.
Yeah.
A little bit now and then is probably fine, but it's always a good idea to check with your vet.
Okay, I'll definitely keep that in mind. Now, what about broccoli? Is broccoli safe for cats?
Broccoli is another vegetable that can offer some health benefits for cats.
Okay.
It's a good source of antioxidants,
Yeah.
which are really important for overall health.
I hear a lot about antioxidants these days, but I'm not sure I fully understand what they do.
Okay, so think of it this way.
Okay.
Our bodies are constantly exposed to things that can damage our cells,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like rust on a car.
Okay.
And those damaging molecules are called free radicals.
Oh.
Antioxidants act like little superheroes that come in and neutralize those free radicals,
Okay.
preventing that rust from forming.
So broccoli is like a little shield for our cells, protecting them from damage.
That's a great way to put it.
That's a great way to explain it. Does it need to be cooked like the other vegetables?
Yes. Cooking broccoli lightly makes it easier for cats to digest.
Okay.
You can steam it, boil it, or even roast it.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have
Meat, fish, egg, cheese, and a whole bunch of veggies.
a lot of food.
It's amazing how many human foods can actually be good for cats.
It really is. It's all about knowing which foods are safe and beneficial.
Right.
And how to prepare them properly.
Exactly.
And of course, it's always important to introduce new foods gradually and watch for any adverse reactions.
Well, this deep dive has been eye-opening. We still got some fascinating foods to cover.
I know we do.
So let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back with more surprising additions to your cat's menu. Welcome back to the deep dive. We are talking all things cat food, specifically human foods that are safe and even beneficial for our feline friends. We've already uncovered some surprising facts about the common foods, so I can't wait to see what else is on the list.
We'll get ready for some even more unexpected additions to your cat's menu. We're about to delve into some foods that might raise an eyebrow or two, but trust me, they can be surprisingly good for cats.
Okay, hit me with it. What's the first unusual suspect on our list?
Have you ever considered offering your cat a little slice of banana?
A banana, really? I always thought those were strictly for us humans and our primate cousins. What in the world could a cat possibly get out of a banana?
You might be surprised. While bananas wouldn't be a staple in a cat's diet, they can actually offer some nutritional benefits in moderation.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more. What's so special about bananas for cats?
So bananas are a good source of potassium,
Okay.
which is important for muscle function, and it helps to maintain a healthy balance of fluids in their body.
Okay.
Plus, they contain fiber, which we know can aid in digestion. We all know how important a healthy gut is for everyone, including our furry friends.
So if my cat is having some tummy troubles, a tiny bit of banana might actually help.
It could.
But how much are we talking here? Like a whole banana seems like a lot for a cat.
Definitely not a whole banana.
Okay.
A small slice is more than enough for a cat. Remember, moderation is key when it comes to incorporating human foods into their diet.
Got it. Small slice of banana, occasional treat. What's next on our list of surprising cat-friendly foods?
Let's talk about a tiny but mighty fruit, blueberries.
Blueberries. I love blueberries, but I never would have thought to give them to my cat. Do cats even like blueberries?
Some cats might be intrigued by their taste and texture, while others might not be interested at all. It really depends on the cat.
Yeah.
But for those felines who enjoy them, blueberries can actually be a healthy and tasty snack.
Okay, so if my cat happens to be a blueberry fan, what makes them a good choice?
Blueberries are like little antioxidant powerhouses. Remember those free radicals we talked about earlier? Well, blueberries are packed with antioxidants that help fight those harmful molecules and protect cells from damage. Plus, they're a good source of fiber and vitamin C.
So they're basically tiny, delicious shields for our cells.
I love that. And are there any downsides to giving cats blueberries?
Not really. They're low in calories,
Yeah.
so you don't have to worry about them contributing to weight gain. Just make sure to give them in moderation, just like with any other treat.
Blueberries for cats who knew this is officially a whole new world of feline cuisine. What else have you got?
This next one might surprise you even more: watermelon.
Wait, watermelon? Like the big juicy kind we eat in the summer? Seriously, do cats really eat watermelon? It might sound strange, but it's true. While it's not something you'd give them every day,
Right.
watermelon can be a refreshing and hydrating treat for cats, especially on hot days.
Okay, you're blowing my mind right now. I never in a million years would have thought of giving my cat watermelon. So how do you even give a cat watermelon? Do they eat the rind too?
Definitely not the rind.
Okay.
The rind can be tough to digest and might upset their stomachs. Just offer them small pieces of the juicy red flesh.
Okay, no watermelon rinds for kitty. Got it. But why watermelon? What's the benefit? Is it just the hydration?
Hydration is a big part of it. Watermelon is about 92% water, so it can be a fun way to help keep your cat hydrated, especially if they're not big water drinkers. It's also a good source of vitamins A and C, which are important for overall health.
So it's like a healthy and refreshing summer snack for cats. I love it.
Exactly. Just remember to remove the seeds, as those can be a choking hazard.
Watermelon, blueberries, bananas. These are definitely not your typical cat foods. This is incredible. What else is on this amazing list?
Okay, this next one might not be as surprising, but it's definitely worth talking about catnip.
Ah, catnip. That's a classic. My cat goes absolutely bonkers for catnip. But is it actually good for them, or is it just like a fun little herb that makes them act silly?
So it's definitely entertaining to watch cats on catnip. But it can actually provide some benefits beyond just the entertainment factor.
Really? Like what?
So catnip contains a compound called napetolactone,
Okay.
and that's what causes that crazy reaction in cats. It stimulates their senses and can have a variety of
So
effects.
why does it make some cats go crazy and others not react at all? My friend's cat couldn't care less about catnip.
That's actually quite common.
Yeah.
So the sensitivity to catnip is hereditary. So some cats are just genetically predisposed to react to it, while others aren't.
That's so interesting. So for those cats who do react to catnip, what kind of benefits can it provide?
For many cats, catnip acts like a natural mood booster. It can cause them to become playful, roll around, and even purr excessively. It can also act as a mild sedative for some cats, helping them to relax and de-stress.
Wow, I never knew catnip had so many benefits. I always just thought it was a fun way to get my cat to go crazy for a few minutes.
It's definitely fun,
Yeah.
but it's good to know that it can also be good for them. Now, let's talk about another herb that can be beneficial for cats.
Okay.
Although this one is a little more on the calming side, valerian root.
Valerian root, isn't that something people take to help them sleep?
Yes, valerian root is known for its calming and sleep-inducing properties in humans, and it can have similar effects on cats.
So if my cat is feeling stressed or anxious, a little valerian root might help them chill out. That's amazing.
It could definitely be worth a try.
Wow.
Valerian root can be helpful for cats who are anxious, hyperactive, or having trouble sleeping.
That's incredible. I'm adding valerian root to my list of natural remedies for my cat. Are there any downsides to using valerian root?
Just be aware that just like with catnip, cats can react to valerian root in different ways.
Okay.
While it typically has a calming effect, it can actually have a stimulating effect on some cats, making them more playful rather than relaxed.
Interesting. So it's best to start with a small amount and see how your cat reacts. Are there any specific ways to give cats valerian root?
So you can find valerian root in various forms, including capsules, tinctures, and dried root.
Okay.
You can add a small amount to their food, or you can even get valerian root-filled toys that they can play with and sniff.
Okay, I'm definitely going to look into that now. What other unusual foods are good for cats? We've covered fruits, veggies, and herbs. What else is there?
Let's move on to something a bit more exotic, coconut oil.
Coconut oil. Wait, like the stuff I put in my smoothies? What would a cat do with coconut oil?
So coconut oil is having a moment in the human health world,
Yeah.
but it turns out that many of its potential health benefits can extend to cats as well.
Okay, I'm officially intrigued. Break it down for me. What does coconut oil do for cats?
When consumed in small amounts, coconut oil can help improve digestion, boost the immune system, and even reduce hairballs.
Wait, coconut oil helps with hairballs too, like pumpkin?
That's right. The fatty acids in coconut oil can help lubricate the digestive tract, making it easier for hairballs to pass. It's like nature's hairball remedy.
This is amazing. So many natural solutions for those pesky hairballs. So how do you give coconut oil to a cat? Just a spoonful straight up?
So you can add a small amount of coconut oil to their food. Just a teaspoon or so mixed in should be enough. Or you can apply it topically to their fur.
Topically, what does that do?
Coconut oil can help moisturize their skin and coat, making it soft and shiny.
Oh,
It can also help soothe itchy skin and even repel fleas and ticks.
wow. Coconut oil is like a miracle product for cats. I'm definitely going to try that. Are there any specific types of coconut oil that are best for cats?
Just remember to start with a small amount and see how your cat reacts. And always choose organic virgin coconut oil. That's the purest and most beneficial form.
Okay, organic virgin coconut oil for happy cats. Noted. What's next on our list of surprising cat-friendly foods?
Let's talk about something a little more savory, yeast.
Yeast, like the stuff we used to make bread. Are you serious?
Exactly. Nutritional yeast, to be precise.
Okay.
It might sound strange, but nutritional yeast can actually be a healthy and tasty addition to a cat's diet.
Okay, I'm officially blown away yeast for cats who had thought, what's so special about nutritional yeast?
So nutritional yeast is a good source of protein, B vitamins, and trace minerals.
Okay.
It also has a cheesy flavor that many cats enjoy.
So it's like a healthy and tasty supplement. How do you give it to them? Just sprinkle it on their food.
Exactly. A small sprinkle of nutritional yeast on their food can provide a boost of nutrients and flavor. It's a great way to sneak in some extra goodness if your cat is a picky eater.
Wow, this is incredible. So many human foods that can actually be good for cats. I'm learning so much today. What else is on this amazing list?
Let's talk about a food that might be a bit controversial, honey.
Honey. I love honey in my tea, but I never thought about giving it to my cat. Is it really safe?
So honey can be safe for cats in small amounts,
Okay.
but there are definitely some important things to consider.
Okay, I'm all ears. What do I need to know about honey and cats?
Honey is a natural sweetener and a good source of antioxidants.
Okay.
It can also be soothing for sore throats and coughs.
So if my cat has a cold, a little bit of honey might help.
It's possible that it could provide some relief. However, honey is also high in sugar, so it's crucial to use it sparingly.
Right.
Just a tiny lick is all they need.
Got it. Honey in moderation. Are there any other things to be cautious about?
Yes, honey should never be given to kittens or cats with compromised immune systems.
Okay.
Raw honey can contain botulism spores, which can be harmful to them.
Okay, that's important to know, honey, for adult cats with healthy immune systems and only in small amounts. What else is on our list of unusual cat-friendly foods?
Let's talk about another surprising ingredient, bone broth.
Bone broth, isn't that something people drink when they're sick or trying to be super healthy? What does it do for cats?
So bone broth has definitely become trendy in recent years for its potential health benefits for humans.
Yeah.
But it turns out those benefits can extend to cats as well.
Okay, I'm officially curious, what makes bone broth so special for cats?
So bone broth is made by simmering bones, cartilage, and other connective tissues for an extended period.
Okay.
And this process extracts valuable nutrients like collagen, gelatin, and amino acids.
So it's like a super nutritious soup?
Exactly. And those nutrients can help support joint health, improve digestion, and boost the immune system.
Wow, bone broth sounds like a real superfood for cats. How do you give it to them? Just a little bowl on the side?
You can offer a small amount of bone broth as a treat,
Okay.
or you can add it to their regular food to make it more appealing and nutritious.
Okay. I'm definitely going to try that bone broth for healthy cats. What else is on this amazing list? We've covered so many surprising foods already.
Let's talk about a food that might not seem so unusual at first glance. Chicken liver.
Chicken liver, isn't that kind of strong tasting? Do cats actually like it?
Many cats find chicken liver to be quite appealing, and it's actually a very nutritious food for them.
Okay, tell me more. What's so good about chicken liver for cats?
So chicken liver is a rich source of protein,
Mm-hmm.
iron and vitamins A and B12.
Okay.
That's also relatively low in calories.
So it's like a nutrient-dense treat.
Exactly. Just remember that chicken liver should only be given as an occasional treat due to its high vitamin A. Content too much vitamin A can be harmful to cats.
Chicken liver in moderation. Got it. What other unexpected foods are good for cats?
Let's talk about something a little bit more oceanic, seaweed.
Seaweed, like the stuff that washes up on the beach? You're kidding, right?
Not exactly. We're talking about edible seaweed,
Okay.
like nori or kelp, the kind that people eat in sushi or as snacks.
Okay. I'm officially intrigued. Seaweed for cats. What's the story there?
So seaweed is a great source of iodine,
Okay.
which is an essential nutrient for cats.
Iodine, what does that do?
Iodine is super important for thyroid health.
Okay.
The thyroid gland produces hormones that regulate metabolism,
Hmm.
growth, and development.
Interesting. So seaweed can help support a cat's thyroid function.
Exactly. And it's a good source of fiber and omega-3 fatty acids, which we know are good for their coat joints and heart health.
Okay. You've convinced me seaweed for healthy cats. What else is on this incredible list? We've covered so much ground already.
Let's wrap things up with one final food that might just blow your mind: dandelion greens.
Dandelion greens, like the weeds that grow in my yard? No way. Are you serious?
Yes, those very same dandelion greens.
Oh.
They might be considered weeds by humans, but they can actually be a healthy and nutritious food for cats.
Okay. I'm officially mind blown. Dandelion greens for cats. What's the deal with that?
Dandelion greens are a good source of vitamins A, C, and K.
Okay.
They also contain potassium and iron.
So they're like little vitamin powerhouses, but how do you even give dandelion greens to a cat? Do you just pluck them from the yard?
You can definitely pick fresh dandelion greens from your yard as long as you're sure they haven't been sprayed with any pesticides or herbicides.
Okay.
You can also find them at some grocery stores or farmers markets. Just make sure to wash them thoroughly before giving them to your cat.
So you're saying I can turn my yard into a salad bar for my cat?
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Well, maybe not a full-blown salad bar, but adding a few dandelion greens to their diet can be a great way to boost their nutrient intake.
This whole deep dive has been full of surprises. I had no idea there were so many human foods that could actually be good for cats. What are your final thoughts on all of this?
It's been a fascinating journey, hasn't it? I think the key takeaway is that while cats are obligate carnivores and meat should make up the majority of their diet, there are a surprising number of human foods that can provide additional nutrients and health benefits.
Absolutely. I'm so glad we explored this topic, but of course it's always important to do your research and consult with your veterinarian before introducing any new foods to your cat's diet, right?
That's excellent advice. Every cat is different, and what works for one might not work for another. Your vet can help you create a safe and healthy diet plan for your furry friend.
Well, we've uncovered a treasure trove of information about human foods for cats, But we're not done yet. We still need to talk about how to properly prepare these foods to make sure they're safe and digestible for our feline companions. So let's take another quick break, and we'll be right back to delve into the art of preparing human food for cats. Welcome back to the deep dive. We've been on quite the culinary adventure today, exploring all sorts of human foods that can actually be good for cats.
It has been fun.
But now that we know, what cats can eat,
Right.
let's talk about how to prepare these foods safely.
Yeah.
I'm ready for my crash course in Feline Food Prep 101.
All right. I'm happy to share some tips.
Okay.
Preparation is key when it comes to making sure these human foods are safe and digestible for our feline friends.
Exactly.
We don't want to accidentally cause any tummy troubles.
Right. So what are the golden rules when it comes to preparing human foods for cats?
All right. So rule number 1, keep it simple.
Okay.
Avoid any seasonings, spices, or additives.
Got it.
Cats' digestive systems are much more sensitive than ours,
Oh.
and they can't handle the strong flavors and chemicals that we often use in human food.
So basically, we're going for the most natural, unadulterated version of the food. No garlic powder, no onion salt, no fancy spices.
Think of it as offering them the purest form of the food, just as nature intended.
Okay. Plain and simple. Got it. What else should we keep in mind?
The cooking method matters.
Okay.
We've touched on this with several foods already.
Yeah.
But as a general rule, it's best to cook most human foods before giving them to your cat.
That makes sense. I know we talked about cooking things like asparagus and carrots to soften them up.
Right.
But why is cooking so important for other foods?
So cooking helps break down fibers and make those nutrients more accessible for your cat's digestive system.
Mm-hmm.
It also eliminates any potential bacteria or parasites
Oh.
that could be present in raw foods, which is especially important for things like meat and fish.
Right. So cooking is key for safety and digestibility. Are there any specific cooking methods we should favor? I'm imagining a tiny cat-sized skillet, sautéing up some veggies.
That's a cute image. But steaming, baking, or boiling are all great options for preparing food for your cat.
Okay.
They're very gentle methods that preserve nutrients without adding any unnecessary fats or oils, and definitely avoid frying.
Got it. No fried chicken for Kitty, no matter how much they might beg for it.
Exactly.
Okay. What else is important to remember when preparing human foods for cats?
Portion control.
Oh.
Even the healthiest human foods can be harmful if given in excess. It's easy to get carried away when we see our cats enjoying something new.
Yeah.
But it's important to remember that these foods are meant to be supplemental to their regular diet,
Okay.
not replacements for their cat food.
So no matter how much my cat begs for blueberries, I shouldn't cave and let them eat the whole container.
Exactly. A few blueberries here and there are a great way to add some variety and nutrition to their diet.
Right.
But their main source of sustenance should still be high-quality cat food formulated for their specific needs.
Yeah, it's all about balance and moderation, just like with our own diets. Okay, now let's talk about actually introducing these new foods to our cats. What's the best way to go about it?
The key is to start slowly
Okay.
and pay close attention to how your cat responds.
Uh-huh.
Introduce one new food at a time in very small amounts,
Mm-hmm.
and observe them for any adverse reactions over the next 24 hours.
That makes sense. What kind of reactions should we be watching for?
Keep an eye out for any digestive upset like vomiting, diarrhea, gas.
Yeah.
Also pay attention to any changes in their energy levels, behavior, or even their skin and coat conditions.
So if they start acting weird or getting lethargic or the fur starts looking dull, it could be a sign that the new food isn't agreeing with them.
Exactly. It's always best to err on the side of caution and consult with your veterinarian if you notice any concerning changes after introducing a new food.
Yeah.
They can help you determine if the food is the culprit or if something else might be going on.
Great advice. Any other tips for successful food introductions? I have a feeling my cat might be a bit picky.
Be patient. Some cats are more adventurous eaters than others.
True.
It might take some time and experimentation to figure out which human foods your cat enjoys and tolerates well.
Yeah.
You can try mixing a tiny bit of the new food into their regular food
Okay.
to see if they'll accept it that way.
That's a good idea. I guess it's like anything else with cats. It's all about understanding their individual preferences and needs.
You got it. And remember, we're not trying to replace their regular cat food.
Right.
We're simply aiming to enhance their diet with some healthy and enjoyable additions that can provide extra nutrients and variety.
Well, this has been an incredible deep dive into the world of human foods. For cats, we've covered so much ground today, from the basics of meat and fish to the more surprising delights of blueberries, bone broth, and even dandelion greens.
It has been a very fun journey.
It really has. I know I've learned a ton. The biggest takeaway for me is that there's so much more to discover about what cats can eat.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just about dry kibble anymore.
Right.
There's a whole world of fresh, healthy, and delicious foods out there that can benefit our cats in so many ways.
Absolutely. And this newfound knowledge can help us create a more diverse and enriching dietary experience for our feline friends.
Yeah.
Which can lead to happier, healthier cats all around.
So to wrap things up, what's like the one piece of advice you would give to our listeners who are eager to try some of these human foods with their cats?
Start small.
Okay.
Observe closely.
Mm-hmm.
And always prioritize your cat's individual needs and preferences.
Gotcha.
And remember, a balanced and varied diet, along with regular veterinary checkups, is the key to a long, healthy, and happy life for your beloved feline friend.
Wise words. Well, thanks for joining us on this episode of The Deep Dive.
My pleasure.
We encourage you to continue exploring the world of feline nutrition.
Absolutely.
And share your discoveries with us on social media.
Yes.
Until next time, keep those whiskers twitching and those tails wagging.